It's funny because I've gone around the county and there's people that'll say, you know what, we need new blood. We need somebody who's been out of the area, someone who's trained out of the area, someone that's young without political connections. And the opposite is also true. Well, you're only 35 years old. What can you bring to the bench? And what I say, and it's one of my stump speeches that I give, and if you think about it, it really is true. And I've said it so many times, it's kind of boring to me at this point, but I'll tell you what it is. Every single one of the candidates and anybody that's been practicing law long enough has appeared before a judge of 30-plus years of experience. And they've appeared there with their clients in a case that they've litigated for years, expended thousands of dollars of the client's money on. And they've walked away with their client feeling disappointed and frustrated and that justice wasn't served. And why is that? It's because the judge was unprepared. He didn't read the briefs, or he was too lazy to read the briefs. He thought he knew everything, didn't ask the appropriate questions when he didn't, because let's face it, the lawyers who are litigating that case have spent years with it, know the law inside and out, and they're coming in and arguing their positions. And regardless of how long you're practicing, the law changes, and every factual scenario that you have to apply the law to changes. So even if the law is clear, the application of it isn't always. So, or the judge belittled the litigants or counsel. And I always say that every one of our candidates and every attorney that's been practicing long enough have also appeared before a new judge, significantly less experience, and walked away from the process satisfied, even if they lost, because the person took the time to read the briefs, understand the issues, asked the right questions when they didn't understand the issues, and treated the parties with respect. And at the end of the day, he sat down in the quiet confines of his chambers, wrote a detailed, well thought out, well-reasoned opinion so that the parties understood where he was coming from. I can't tell you how frustrating it is. I spend most of my career handling really large, complex cases. And when you spend 2 years on a case and literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of your client's time, and you spend briefs, and then a judge issues a one-line order without any explanation as to why he got to that decision, whether you win or you lose, and particularly lose, it's the most frustrating experience for your client and you as an attorney. And I think what a lot of judges and people lose sight of is that the most important person that appears in a courtroom, to me, is going to be the person that loses. Because they're the ones that are going to leave that courtroom, and they have to feel as if, you know what, I lost, but that judge wasn't influenced by any outside influences and really thought about my case hard. And although I disagree with him, he did a good job. And the point of my speech is experience is important. I've been doing this now for 11 years at a high level. I have the experience to do it. And I think being a judge is something that's really quite simple. All you need is a passion for justice, the knowledge, the skills, and the intellect to give effect to that passion. And I think you have my biography, and I think that once you review that and we talk about it, you can make your own decisions as to whether or not I've got that level of experience.